What's up, Blade fam? So today we're going to be here at Briargate Skate Park. We're going to cover how to do sweat stances. Now, if people that aren't very associated with inline skating or you don't know what a sweat stance is a topside Mizzou. So the front foot is going to be on the top side of the frame or the back foot of a front side. A prerequisite to this grind, or something that will really help you understand how to jump into this grind, is a front side. If you haven't already, check out my front side tutorial video. In that video, I teach you how to do it both switch and regular. Without any further ado, let's get into a sweat stance. All right, guys, so the roll up on this trick is just like any other trick. It's very similar to the front side grind, as in, as you're coming up, you're gonna pop. So this is the front side. The only difference is as you get above your obstacle, you're gonna paint this front foot down. Instead of putting it like this in a fat slide position, you're gonna jump up above your obstacle and put the frame down. As I've spoken in my other topside videos, especially topsole, a lot of people like to chop at a topside, which means they think of a topside as this type of movement. Now, if this crack was the edge of a ledge, you could see how doing something like this and miss could cause you to slide over your obstacle and fall accordingly. That's why a lot of people sweat this trick, including myself. When I first started to learn this trick, I never thought of painting the frame onto the ledge. I thought of chopping that top side in. So what I mean by painting the frame onto the ledge, if you look at the skate, you have your heel and your toe part of the frame. As you're coming into this trick, you are going to jump above your obstacle, and as you're landing this foot in, I go heel and I pull my toe slightly back, allowing the knee to open, this back knee to drop, and now I'm in a sweat stance position. Once you're in and locked, that downward pressure. So before you actually get to attempting this grind with any momentum or speed, let's go over and stall it a couple of times. For some of us, a ledge might even be intimidating. I'm gonna show like a couple of them on this ledge, but for like my son and my wife, Nye, what I was doing was taking them to a quarter pipe. A quarter pipe gives you the ability to learn the movement without the jump, in essence. Being super parallel with it is a little more tricky. So approach at an angle, you're gonna pop above your obstacle. I can't stress the importance of that. I think we have this thing in our mind that says, well, if I just jump at its height, then that's enough. You wanna jump above it, so that way you can land on it. If you jump at the height of it, it just puts so much more stress on the trick than it has to be. Jumping slightly above and giving your body the room to move and open up into the trick is far superior than just jumping at it. So again, you're gonna paint this foot on there. You could do that. You know, a lot of the times in this trick, it's the fish brain that we're scared of. So maybe coming up, seeing this motion, this, and opening up that shoulder, and then now we've got a sweat stance. All right, so now that we've got it stalled out here on the ledge, if you're struggling with it on a ledge, as most people will tell you, top sides on a ledge tend to be a little more sketchy. So let's go ahead and take it to a quarter pipe. Now, I know I've gotten many requests on how to skate quarters or transitions and specifically coping. I will be making a video on that soon, so stay ready, guys, it's coming. So if you know how to roll up to the top of a quarter pipe, all you're gonna do is roll to the top of the deck. As you do that, just maybe stall a front side a couple of times. Again, the front side is so similar to a sweaty, the difference is just that top side foot. So approach, come up, hit that front side. So you can see that it just gives you the ability to roll up and place that foot into the fish. For others, that might be more sketchy. You know, now you're up 4 feet high. So play around with it. You can always go back to a crack on the ground or in the grass where the concrete and grass meet and practice that movement. I use again the terminology of painting that foot down. It is not a chop. You're coming up and you're gonna just gently press that frame down, and as soon as it clicks in, put that pressure to stay locked in. All right, so let's get some slides going. All right, so those were a couple slides on a quarter pipe. I did throw a switch sweaty in there. I'm learning with you guys. I practice these things and then I'll learn it on my switch foot, just to kind of like bring back in the whole learning part of it, you know? It's so fun. After skating off and on for 15 years now, learning again on my left foot has been like a rediscovery of skating after 15 years. So all those old G's are the guys that have been skating for a long time and you've been pretty much one spin or one foot, one shoulder dominant. I strongly urge you to go and take the time and open up that other side because it unlocks skating. All right, so let's go get this on the ledge. All right, so there's switching regular on a ledge. You know, let's step it up. I'm personally working, like I said, on a street edit, and let's go take this to a rail. Stay tuned. All right, so guys, we are here. Now, I've been personally working on this rail. You know, I think skating street obstacles is one of those things, you just gotta skate it like it's a skate park. You know, you go to your favorite ledge and you learn all your grinds there, and you build confidence and you learn more grinds there and you start getting more technical. Well, it's the same thing with street. You just gotta pick something that you find comfortable, or maybe it's not very comfortable at first. Just like when it was the first time you jumped up on that ledge, you gotta get associated with it. So I personally have been skating this rail once a week. So let's go get a sweat stance on this thing real quick. So we're here at the top. As you can see, it's not that high. It's a little under the hip, which is really friendly. It does get high in the middle, but hey, you know, if you get it right, you stay right, you'll be okay, as my homie Courtney Kane would say. So when I jump up on something like this, again, I visualize something I'm comfortable with. I've already done the sweat stance 100 times on ledges and quarter pipes, and so I actually visualize a quarter pipe coming up to this rail. As I'm coming up to it, I would carve onto the quarter pipe, and I know that as I would come up, I would put my sweat stance, paint that foot in there, and lean my hands accordingly, centering over the rail. So that's what we're gonna go after. Let's get it.
Whoa, that was really top side.
Alright guys, so that's gonna sum it up. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. You know, I got called out on my front side. I think it was the front side, maybe it was the back side video. But I did a rail in that video and people were like, hey, you can't use a screenshot or a photo of the rail and not show the video of it. We want to see if you did it. Understand guys, I will never post a photo of something that I haven't landed. So this is kind of a little, here you guys go moment. So thanks again guys, hope you enjoyed. Till next time, keep the blade alive, aloha.